Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for Sakamoto today's manga chapters 188 and 189. So let's start with 188. So we kind of skip over where Shin is for a moment for like half the chapter and we have a look at what Sakamoto is doing. So Sakamoto has been training with Torres. They've been just basically training. They've been basically fighting non-stop. Sakamoto saying that, like, feeling like if he can beat Sakamoto, not Sakamoto, if he can beat Torres, then he would therefore grown a little bit stronger. But I think it was 5 fights they've had within the time frame of since we last seen him, and we've seen that he's been able to win none. So after winning the fight, Sakamoto is basically like, yo, how can I beat you kind of thing. Torres, he's not really feeling it. He's not trying to play mental anyway. It's like, get me, I don't know. And he's trying to explain something to him when Sakamoto has basically had enough. He's gotten fed up. He's like, I'm out. I'm going home. So the chapter continues and Sakamoto and Torres, they're walking the street together. Torres is basically trying to get Sakamoto to do some more kills, trying to get him to do things that would up his bounty because we know that Torres is after his bounty. So, that's his kind of whole agenda. When they run into Mr. Sakamoto's wife. And this leads to this leads to Torres coming home for dinner and essentially getting an inside peek into Sakamoto's family life. And we see, within Torres' eyes, is that, Mrs. Sakamoto, I was supposed to say, but Mr. Sakamoto as well, and the child, Ao, they're all impressive. And now we basically see, little girl makes paper plane, obviously. But then we see Mr. and Mrs., basically using essentially speed and precision precision, I think that's the word I'm looking for, to do basic everyday home stuff. And then this leads to Torres like, yo, like, why don't you use these skills when we fight? Like, what you holding back? You trying to flex? What's going on? And Sakamoto is basically like, what are you talking about? I don't like that we're going down this route because it's basically trying to say that Sakamoto has got this skill that he's unaware of, and I feel like that isn't the route we should be taking for his power up, because obviously we're in an arc where everyone is essentially trying to power up. I don't think we should be going this route for Sakamoto. He's a highly known and trained assassin. There shouldn't be skills that he has got that he doesn't know about, and it's probably going to go down the route where he probably acquired these skills once he gave up the assassin game and came like the family man. But in all honesty, I don't feel like that he should have skills that he doesn't recognize. He should be fully aware of what he's capable of, be it as an assassin or daddy. So like, I don't like this kind of route that we're going on with the power up that he's essentially gonna end up getting. So that's half the chapter. Second half of the chapter was spent back with Shin. And it's basically just because we got Ten and Key, I think that was his name. He's basically just coming to the minutes. He was gonna try win over his friend by killing Mrs. Sakamoto and the child. Shin flips out, gonna kill him. That's where we end off the chapter. So this chapter, not gonna lie, because of where we're kind of going with this power up, I don't feel like it deserves anything more than a 2-star. But let's talk about manga chapter 189. So we start off where we left off in the last chapter. Shin's on the warpath, trying to kill Tenkyu. Mr. H steps in and stops the fight. Rightly so. Shin is angry, threatening a close friend's wife and child. It's going to make anyone flip. And you could even question why H didn't flip. But again, they are both in the right in their own rights. Because Shin's thinking, no, how dare you kind of thing. But H is playing by the rules set by the family, which is to not kill anyone. So they're both right in their own right kind of thing. And essentially, H is playing the cool down character. He's trying to cool down the situation. He gets in the way of their fight, and during this time, Tenkyu was able to get away. And it's during this time where not Tenkyu, H and Shin, they have a little conversation, basically saying like, yo, the rules of the family, maybe we can change Tenkyu kind of vibe. So Tenkyu's escaping, and it's during this time where he bumps into the true JAA psychic, and not too soon after that, everybody's all together basically. So Shin, H, Tenkyu, JAA psychic, and the guards that were with JAA psychic as well. So a fight breaks out between Tenkyu and was it one or two of the guards? And basically Tenkyu is holding back. He's not fighting back. So although Shin went on the warpath of Tenkyu and tried to kill him, he wasn't angry at Shin, and he was basically still kind of following the rules he set in place, that Shin set in place for him. Because he's very much dumb, he hasn't yet then realized, that Shin is not who he says he is. But as they all gather back together, as the chapter's going on, and someone blurts out, no, this is the true JA psychic, Tenkyu's like, oh, so you lied to me, and then he's on the warpath again. So for right now, Tenkyu knows the truth, but I do feel like it could be a thing where I hope they don't go back and forth too much, him believing Shin and not believing Shin, and just back and forth too much. But I do feel like it's a thing where right now, cool, he's back to his mindset, kind of, kill on sight. But I do believe he'll probably switch back next chapter, when probably I see something like where Shin convinces the guard and the true psychic to make him think that that he's really the true psychic, so he can therefore manipulate him. So yeah, that's what I feel like is going to happen within the next chapter. Like I said, I can see him going back and forth like a little bit, but I hope they don't play it off too much. And that's everything I've got to say about this chapter. So I do believe it was a standard chapter of Sakamoto Days. I believe it deserves a 3-star rating. But like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.